Once again with us here at the FOX Toledo studio is Doc Treece, president of Treece Investments. And you might be happy to hear this man has a positive message about the near future. What is happening with manufacturing?
Well, when we look at the world and all the things that are going on, we are very positive about the future for manufacturing in the United States and the U.S. economy in general. When we look at China, India, and Russia, the big three in the Asian continent, they have a middle class that's coming online, something that they've never had at this level before. And there's huge demand being built up in those markets. As a matter of fact, unless you follow it closely, most people wouldn't know that auto sales last year in Russia were up 107%. If you look at the next 5 to 10 years, the middle class that's coming online with the demand that they're going to bring with them in those three countries, they're going to consume pretty much everything they can make in those three countries. And I kiddingly tell people that 5 years out, you're not going to be able to buy anything made in China in this country because they're going to be consuming it all internally. That's going to leave us to have to do our own manufacturing here, which we're perfectly capable and willing to do. But it's going to be a different mindset because people are so used to seeing offshored, it's going to be a real shock for them to see things coming back onshore.
So you think that this region can benefit from the resurgence of manufacturing, that we'll see some of our auto industry come back or anything, you know, to take its place?
I certainly hope so, but part of that's political. We're already seeing a lot of manufacturing come back, but most of it has been going to Tennessee, Texas, the Carolinas, Alabama, those southern states that some would say have a political climate that's more friendly to building new plants and starting new operations. But certainly, if we get our house in order, we can attract that business. One of the few things that is very encouraging for this area that most people don't know is the demand for engineers. And you wouldn't believe it, but the highest city that has demand for engineers is Detroit. Number 2 is Cleveland. Number 3 is Columbus. Number 4 is Cincinnati. But the demand for engineers in those cities is huge. And so we are seeing movement back in this direction. But I think that this area has the opportunity if we take advantage of it.
Very good. Well, and hopefully with manufacturing will come jobs and will come the housing market as well.
The housing market's going to be a bigger struggle, only because we have such an inventory on the market. And, you know, that bubble was a huge bubble.
Have we hit bottom here?
I think we've hit bottom. If you look at some of the first markets to tank, they are already starting to come back. I was reading some numbers on some of the cities in South Florida, Naples, Boca Raton, Miami.
They had a much bigger drop.
They had a bigger drop, but they're coming back. Actually, housing prices in Naples were up 10% year over year last month. So those markets are starting to rebound, and I think ours will too. But it will take some time because there's a lot of houses on the market. Okay. It's a great time to buy.
Good advice. Thank you so much. Doc Treece of Treece Investments. That is tonight's Talk Back.